Yanko Global Info Analytics. We a National Opinion Poll 2024 General Election 1st October. Aye afimu bosumi du den di kan ene ya no release here. Na oba penyifo ayi hu omo ewa hayira lankwadwo kire Martin, o mampenda Mahama, Dr. Baumia, Nana Bedi Akon say ono the education or educating the members ne omo beto aban say mokofa ballot paper no a hwede ni tiefu simple as abit hwede ni tiefu na say ekoye nim pepepe ono na sema waka no na ede na eka o say John Mahama likely to win one touch as Dr. Muhammad Baumia loses ground amid Nana Kwame Bediako's surge in Ashanti region and Eastern region. Now I say, do say Omampini Mahama ebeye se enyen wanwa se obedi nkunim eye one touch abane beto no preko pa. O chese Dr. Muhammad Baumia okon stronghold eye Eastern ni Ashanti region ni vote na konform as vote na konform so koma eye chada Bediako na we executive summary na executive summary ni de menya kan wa ha yentimi huntima men komra na later me be executive summary no na yenkohwe ni nsem a okan methodology come fast do mujuma eno ewo mu ha yen sheda nko regional samples allocation eno so yen sheda okay about the regions are Greater Accra omuni nipa 1622 and I twetwen komo Ashanti region 1373, Eastern region 813, Central 710, Western 599, Northern region 597, Volta region 467, Bono 315, Bono East 285, Bono East, Upper East 284, Western North 250, Upper West 222, Savannah 170, OT 169, Ahafo 168, and Afi North East 149. Sani Palmono Motoche and Como NT over the regional breakdown. So said they see about demographics. Omo no Mukasa eno, a ma dudua a woman a 54%, and a memo no Mukasa 54%, a ma a 46%. Anomono Motoche and Como. Ofani age group a banning fiumu from a year 18 to 24, a 19%. And from 25 to 34, 32%, 35 to 44, 30%, 45 to 54, 14%, 55 to 64, 4%, and after 65 plus. And so a 1%. And I'm to and come on. I'm to omo employed. It is omo juma. Ohama will pay you number 51. Omo muku school 19%. Unemployed yenye juma. Yedi 28%. And after pension omo mko ahumi jemu 2%. And no actually come educational level JSS and SS and so our has a religion a small monum to come a summa or a Christo for 66%, in Cramo 4 a 22%, Nana matter kunya a 5%, or more Muso de Muni, a Sumbiano Munum, a Sumbiano to 4%, and a more Macaso a 3%. Or the atucha. Afi so you have Christian funny breakdown. Sorry, city and chromosomes so or fancy ethnic. A year assume a Casacua who do nom to train como or mom nom to train como a can for 46%. A year Dagbani 11%. Ever 10%. Addis 10%. Ga Adangwe and so 10%. Guan 6%. Grusi 3%. Gruma 2%. Anafe Mandi 1%. Where ga and the minim Casacro. And so a 1%. So say party affiliation. Mom not to come party or more Addo 36% NPP for 33% NDC. 15% floating voters, 4% other political parties, and 12% some of the moon exclusive political party or more Addo said almost say a buy. Now, I feel governance performance almost said a buying and a bamboo any a buying modern ball said the name ACT. Direction of the country will be say send a buying the Ghana anymore actually or more not to train come on no say wrong direction no as at offer a year green year that was July and a year blue year October. So as at a year July or more to train come on na a 63% said the country no headed wrong direction. Na afi October omukoye no aba 62%. As at a year right direction, omo say economy ni anase o man ko yie no. As at July na 27%. Ba a year October akwakudu 31%. No opinion. And so a year 10 against a year 7. Amo ede aba. Na ode no to nchen na ko president jobs approval. President Akufo Addo na adwuma na waye ne se so ani anase enso ani omo say President Akufo Addo adwuma waye na ni so ani na asa July no me 35%. Eba eye October akudu 36%. Disapprove omo say omo ni nye President Akufo Addo na adwuma waye ho no asa July na 60%. October a drop it at about 39%. Non opinion 5%. And so the more attitude I don't know. What they know at chance overall performance of the government. Abana money bunyina as to say or say abana bonoma den pa as July 8%. A year October I could do 9%. Or mom say very good. A year abana idea. As July 29%. Yeah can say a year October 30%. Average as a one ho. Omwa omnom kasa July no 14% say amamu no ye hone ho. Afei eye October I drop it aba from poor performance so just abai wa mon ho den kra eye July na 49% and afei October 49%. Nipa 49% still believe said the government of Nanada Akufo Dr. Bawumia anko standard of living said there and Ghana for dada sitinam esi etie improve omom so masetena akọ manim as July na 21%, October akọ 25%, worsen omom so mabrabo ati akọ for maniama nkoye niama jegon no as July na 47%, October about 46%. On change omom se de I say usu abrobo otimi de otim onkonanim onkonachi de dada no eno wo mu as July na 27%, afi October 26%. Omom so monchro madwen 5 July 5% July and 3% October. Oh, they are not to change now. Otwaso now. Are you optimistic it will improve in the next 12 months? Would you say? And never bet me a sakra. Bosumi be say no edi any man dunum dumi no na afi edi enemy. Omo say no. July na 20%, October 20%. Afi yes, omo say yes. Omo say never bet me a year as July na 21%, October I could do 40%. Omo say not sure. Omo nyini say never bet me asesa. As of July 58%, October about 40%. And Omadiaba. State of corruption. Said the Kankani Preni Dream is it here our mind Ghana. And so Ghana form nutrition common nobody can getting worse. Almost corruption. I Kankani Preni Dream. I worse. As of July was 47%, October 52%. Improving as a Kankani Preni Dream. Yakon as a fedie. A call from a boy whom I then kakra. As of July was 21%, October 20%. No change. Omuhun sakra ebia o Kankani Preni Dream ekoso. As of July was 27%, October 24%. No opinion for 5% for July, 3% for October. Confidence in Ghana police. Mu ojide o Ghana police mu. We can saka 64 days near koto aba mbusa Ghana force mu ojide o Ghana police service mu. Aposi for ndem no mu kan e. Omo mu so mu ojide o aposi for mu. As July was 58%, October akona nima kwa kodu 64%. No confidence. Omo mu so mu ojide o police mu. As July was 33%, year October about 26%. Omo mu say omo ni adwenkyere bia as July was 9% and October about 10%. Afi confidence in the electoral commission. Wo ojide o electoral commission and the IPAC meeting the course so nyina ne ho nkron ba no mbusa Ghana for some electoral commission mu didie so mo na be hwe about to be abekoye yente de eno so omo eka ye as of July nipa 53% no more confidence electoral commission mu abedu October abedu 60% sanso and no confidence mo so mni gidie electoral commission mu as of July was 38% and afi about 33% in October. No opinion. July was 9% and October about 7%. Afi Galamsey menen said the Galamsey atiti Ghana yensas yenkwa ni nsuo no so mu bisa Ghana for adwenkyere measures against Galamsey. Do you support or just say ekwan aban faso a wode equity Galamsey no ni aban eya adwen omo ka say total ban just aban fatabon to so kra mo bia ntu 47%. Temporary ban say fatabon to so animu ya nyamfa hwese ne mabesi akọ 42%. No or say do not ban omo se me ban kra to say a year Dr. Ayu Afiye and no more Mokahono, and 6%. No opinion for 4%. Afi, how likely is Galamsey going to influence your vote? Galamsey no, so share Galamsey soon at Waba. Galamsey swat Waba. That's the question. Omom say likely yes, met my Galamsey so na me de ma to abache be me be kono 43%. Neutral omom so me do mugina adantemo 90%. Unlikely obi also on the one hwe Galamsey no ato na ba no 38%. Omom so me de buy. Dr. Muhammad Bawumia say he's just the driver's mate and that he cannot be blamed for the current economic crisis as a mate. Do you agree with this statement from the Vice President? Dr. Bawumia said, "On do you mate?" And he said, "Next, Casamani Niamati Tiapas, meant to me fast one mono because when you're president or you're mere mate, when Dr. Bawumia Jane, Ghana form non trim common, blue near yes, red ye no, and afi color is no opinion. And Toma Omoka yes, 32% only Dr. Bawumia Jane. Omwa no opinion, almost so many munya adwin 9%. 59% so many Dr. Muhammad Bawumia nya adwin so ye mere mate and TNT me holding accountable and responsible for the economic mess that we find ourselves in. Afi omo beside election violence afi abato no say na osi hu no. How concerned are you about the use of inflammatory statements by some politicians and threat of violence in the December election? Say na osi gino nkrophobia omo amanyophobia ni adehye bi omo kasa omo tum from agudjem ase omo border rohan basa betumi esie no. Say na oji sa ensem no extremely concerned obi wo say omo se form ho pa extremely concerned at 29%. Moderately concerned as a form ho yes I asemo I didn't yes I know 17%. Slightly concerned omo de oh na so we dey share nye ade bia esa and say 70%. Somewhat concerned bibi sa say ya say nya se bibi timi say bibi ntimi say 21%. Not concerned omo say inform ho kro omo so dogo bi no abe 15%. Manifestos, send political parties manifesto, NPP for launch on the NDC for launch on the Numbisa support for parties manifesto. Manifestos favorable, neutral, unfavorable, and not favorability. Omo say omo share NPP manifesto omo launch ye no. NPP manifesto no kradi ben na da so. NPP manifesto. Bold solution, yeah, bold solution. NPP manifesto bold solution. Favorable 45%, neutral 16%, unfavorable 39%, and after net favorability plus 6%. NDC favorable 49%, neutral 16%, unfavorable 35%, and net favorability 14%. After GTP yewra alankwadwo chiramaten 90% favorable, neutral 25%, unfavorable 56%, and after negative 37% net favorability. As GTP, you know, and Shedan confirm sir. Which of the following would have greater influence on how you vote in the 2024 election? And you made it this way. Emu de hin ne betimi anya nsunsuanso obehwe so ato aba. Current economic condition. Mom some where that system say the sika sem ne nyama sitiesia ne wo mo ankasa system sitiesia no 53%. Past performance of the parties. Obi obeso behwe amanyoko no modern ma wa board bi atwam ne 40%. Credibility of the candidate. Nipa na obepre aba no nipa no oyenokafo we betimi agina die 34%. Parties manifesto, omo here party manifesto suna to aba 28%. Galamsey fight, omo here Galamsey kwa aba fa so ko no 9%. Other factors 8%. Afe, is Ghana ready for a female president? Mbusa say Ghana for I ready. Say ombenya female president. Say kwa don call and I say CPP mami no and so yentie. Is Ghana ready for a female president? Green no say yes, blue no say no, and afi green no extra no opinion. And to omo kan yes, so omo pe oba president at 27%. Omo kan no, so omo hia oba bia say omo te Ghana for omo president 52%. And omo so omo de omo nche omo adwen 21%. 2024 general elections and also so any key election issues. Nyama ben na ekoso economy 70%, jobs creation 62%, education 48%, healthcare 25%, roads 24%, taxes 20%, corruption 18%, petroleum prices 10%, water 8%, security 5%, party member 3%. sanitation 2%, other 2%, and after religion 1%, and after ethnicity 1%. Ntinyama Ghana for so Ediatoba. Which of the following candidates do you believe understands and cares for people like you? Sa mpenyimfo amkopra by one of you say ote wasamwase na wodwe wo ho se Ghana ni. Omomnom kasa ne mu 44% so mu say John Dramani Mahama ote Ghana fo ase na wodwe Ghana fo ho. Mu 37% say Dr. Muhammad Bawumia. And afi 4% say Ralankojo Chiramanten. Afi 6% say Shada. And 2% say Sini Jamaden. And the Uncle Bisamra. Afi, who has the competence, experience, and track record to better manage the current economic crisis if elected? Omo mukopinya wane wosu ehunu. Ene modern money nimdia. Se de abana manwa obetimi apeja Ghana akoye anim afibia ewum sese to aba manwa. Omo nom kasa 46% say John Dramani Mahama no mugini die. 36% say Dr. Bawumia. 4% say Lancha Manten. 5% say Shada. Omo maka and so 2%. Afi, which of the following candidates do you trust to keep Ghana safe and bring people together after the election? Candidate here to us. When I say ye to aba manwa obetimi aka Ghana fo nyina bom abatu onachi. Omo nam kasa 49% say Mahama na betimi aka Ghana fo nyina bom abatu achi. 40% say Dr. Bawumia. 6% say Ira Lankojo Chiramanten. 5% say Shada. Shada no a ya chinkrofo guma on de nani aje no. So no betimi aka ya bom but chifa gum. We see voting intentions, likely voters. Say obeto aba na answer on to aba. Voting intentions say obeto na answer on to. JDM NDC 49.3%, Dr. Muhammad Bawumia NPP 35.9%, Alankojo Chiramanten Independent 3.9%, Shada 6.0%, Kofi Akpalu 0.1%. Omo maka dey to so. Until over any voting intention, NDC John Mahama 49%, Dr. Bawumia 36%, Alan Chiramanten 4%, Shada 6%, others 1%, undecided 4%. Afi committed voters waited on one. Omo mama just aba no mo beto. Me committed aba no ye dey ameto 17 kwamina me ngu nko ade because roba for my metofo no 51.1% on Meto Mahama, 37.3% say Dr. Bawumia, 4.1% say Alankojo Chiramanten, 6.2% say Shada, and after 1.3% and so Ekuyadonko and then the squad. Polling average for the 2024 election likely just say abania to where say the bisia cost beto abade say the mabisia kwa manu betimi anya kese. JDM NDC 53%, Dr. Bawumia 36%, Alan Chiramanten 7%, Afi Shada 3%, others if we are don't call in the squad. Nana Sapo kuma no Kofi Akpalu hasa yare gamono almost so 1%. Afi mi wie ni say ya ma me mfa nkwa echi na afi ye nkwohe. Okay, obisa question boy runoff obesa se kobasa aba no ko runoff ye koto aba ni wie na kobasa mo manya manifestos no so bi antimi anya ma atima be president se ne be si akọ no obisa ye no runoff from che se ba runoff a John Mahama NDC benya 55%, Dr. Bawumia benya 45%, say do mo si ekan no. Enti now yenko ne yenko the executive akan nyina no yenko ne yenko the executive summary of Global Info Analytics omo opinion poll amode ba this month ne sabdi nyina mo kan tintin bebrebe ni nyina no won tofa bom eno anabroni efre no executive summary enti ma memfa nko ho na yenko read na hwe executive confirm content executive summary sa de do sa content okay famiko executive summary okay 2 3 4. Okay, executive summary. We'll see. And examining that of Aboni. The final field poll conducted by Global Info Analytics nearly 2 months before the December 2024 shows John Dramani Mahama, the leader of the opposition National Democratic Congress, maintains his lead in the poll with 51.1% of the vote. The vice president, the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Muhammad Bawumia, is on 37.3%. Alankojo Chiramanten, as an independent candidate, 4.1%. Nana Kwame Bediako, independent candidate, also on 6.2%. And others on 1.3%. Weighted committed voters model. However, using the likely voters model on weighted, JDM is 49.3%, Dr. Howard Bomia is 35.9%, Alan Kojo Chamantin 3.9%, Kwame Bediako 6.0%, and others 1.4%, undecided 3.5%. The race is likely to go into, or say, the race is unlikely to go into runoff as the year average of the poll shows JDM on 53%, and Dr. Baumia 36%, Alajamate 7%, Bediako 3%, others 41%. Or say, Ghana for Chuchum Common na see the Niama Citiano, Ghana for Chuchum Common Chessa, Afiabatuano, or Mampena John Roman Mabit Medin Kunim, or Hamabu Pain Edunum, a Chilipobacco, Edunumbaco, Chilipobacco 51.1%, Dr. Mahamad Baumia, Ebit me and Yamanumu, a Yohamabu Pain, the Asa, and Switchipomi and Sa. Na or say Afiabatuano. Young one was say betuno bako young comma and farmer bium and other about say voters apathy expected to be one of the challenges for the governing NPP as 16% of voters who say they will not vote are their supporters. 3% are NDC, 38% are floating voters, 4% are other parties voters, and 39% are those who decline to reveal their party affiliation. Or say Akufo mabu fupa says on one kasane party ni so on to abamfama no on so I want to vote our party obeto atia the party no NPP for na best of papa NPP for no mo kasa ye no NPP for no ha mo bupen eye edunsia so me NPP for na so mo nto ma NPP o mo nto ma bakra na so mo nto ma NPP NDC for ha mo bupen me ensa no so mo for mo nto afi floating voters no eye 38% so mo for mo nto crucial in winning the December election will which of the candidates received greater support in his base as well as winning the vote of floating independent voters. The poll suggests while Baumia received 88% support of his base, ADM attract 96%. Or say, a ban say NPP for say near base, yet to Abama when this if when you base, NPP for one casa base and say 88% on Batama Baumia, and this for base 96% on Batama Mahama. The poll shows a significant decline in support for the DMB among Muslims and demographic his campaign is targeted. DMB dropped by nearly 4% in October 2024 compared to July 2024. Was it Dr. Muhammad Bamiani campaign where they are targeted and cramophone mo pass and so a cramoni nanso so ni vote a one cramomuno as so drop above from best or hamo paying a year and 9% order to the occur in July no one. The poll also shows that among first time voters JDM now lead 46%, DMB 38%. Or more I feel on to abandon say or mabu paying the 9 in 46% on to Abama Jo Mahama 38% on to Ama Dr. Muhammad Bamia. The poll also shows that among those who voted for Nana Akufo in 2020 election, 90% have switched their vote to JDM, 5% to Alan Kojo Chamante, 5% to Nana Kwame Bediako. Also more 2020, Omo to Abama Nanado, Omo pay 19% on to Mahama ne. 5% is Omo to Ediama Ira Alan Kojo Chamante, 5% on to Ama Shada, and 1% is we don't call in the squad, and so better no afa. John Mahama now leads in 12 regions, up by 1 compared to the July poll. Greater Accra, Central Region, Western, Northeast, Bono East, Northern, Savannah, Upper East, Upper West, Oti, and Volta Region. Dr. Baumia leads in Ashanti Region, Eastern, Ahafo, Northeast. Ose Mahama, yaka say, Mantam Dunsiano, Mahama bet medim kunim, Mantam besi dum yenu. Mantam Boboswe, Dr. Muhammad Bamia Subinya, Emu and 9, said them say Ebobos one. The ruling party is struggling to achieve a target of 85% of voters Ashanti region as Nana Kwame Bediako search. Baumia remains 66%, JDM 22%, Alan Kojo Chamante 4%. Was say NPP 4 target or target Ashanti region more per mano 85% in Ashanti region. Or more brepa, or more chase, so yaka say 66%. And on Betoma Baumia, Mahama 22%, Alan Kojo Chamante 4%, Shada 7%. Nana Kwame Bediako and Alan Chamante are also surged in the eastern region as the duo now share 90% of votes. DMB on 42%, JDM and 36%. What say Oko Eastern Regional Ashanti Region so Alan Chamatin and Shada or Mubu Tiadia Ekostropa. The poll also shows that JDM is outperforming his parliamentary candidate in 56 56 out of 111 constituencies, and trailing the parliamentary candidate of 55 constituencies. Also for poll now hemwa President Mahama abatum pesua ohani du baako 111 no ni vote obenya honum no chese nkrofo so beto aba na won anim esene nkrofo beto aba ma MP NDC parliamentary candidate ewo ho. However, for Dr. Muhammad Bawumia is outperforming his parliamentary candidate in 32 constituencies but trailing the parliamentary candidate in 76 constituencies. Also Dr. Muhammad Bawumia for MPP constituencies omoto aba no a emu 32% there 32 constituencies Dr. Bawumia conform so meto aba ma Bawumia no edo so mom so meto aba ma MPP parliamentary candidate ba over 79 no omom so meto aba ma MPP parliamentary candidate no omodo so sene omom so meto aba ma Dr. Muhammad Bawumia ewo 79 constituency. Economy, job, education remains the top issues for voters. According to the poll, as 70% of the issues cited as important was the economy, followed by job, 62%. Inflation, debt to GDP, exchange rate. Dr. Bawumia and so on can once Ghana for say who here mo pa no so be heard that aba or how mo pay so 70% so be heard no so na aba. The current economic conditions of voters will have greater influence on the outcome of December. Said yes, system tie no ebenya nsunsuan so pa e wa afi abato no.